take the color off of them, and they are exquisite and unique and have their own sacred geometric prism that the light reflects off in its own beauty. It's time now. The time has come for you to realize who you are, and you will stand in hell to do it. The hell of your life, the betrayal of your love, the betrayal of your mother, the betrayal of your genetic family. We see these things differently because your mother can sucker punch you and set your ass up, physically do it, and mentally and emotionally betray you and violate you and have your whole family do it, and you're taught to love her. But if a bitch do that shit to you on the street or at your job or your boss or your co-worker or so-called friend, you'll turn against her ass and never fucking speak to her again. Family is only genetics or what you were taught as family. You do not owe loyalty to a bitch just because she has the genes that you have or she gives birth to you. You must look at the twistedness and the psychotic, the psychopathy. The bitch is a psychopath and a sociopath, and the bitch has extreme psychosomatic ills. The bitch is a mental ill bitch. I don't give a fuck who she is, but y'all sit up and let people teach you that you love your slave master. You love your betrayer. And I ain't talking about nobody white. I'm talking about your fucking mama. Unless you is white, listen to the shit. This is not about society, even though it may be. Because that type of mentality and that type of church mentality where you have a psychopath, a sociopath, and somebody that has extreme duplicity in them, fractures in the mind, splits in the mind, and that is a known fucking betrayer, and you're told to love that, honor your mother and your father, that your days be long. Yeah, but it also says in the Bible, do not provoke your children to wrath. Do not provoke them to shoot your ass, turn on your fucking ass, or turn your ass in to defects in the goddamn police for being a treacherous, no child loving bitch. The things that we have faced as physical adults that you have faced, and you are beautiful. A caterpillar that is now a beautiful butterfly, but you're conflicted and you have been convicted for being born innocent and being born a sweetheart and not knowing your power, and your mother tried to take your power from you and take your life from you because she believed that you were weak because you are a natural sweetheart. And everybody throughout your life has fucked over you and took your kindness for your weakness because you are a natural sweetheart, a psychic, a empath who told by your own mother and who let other people attack you and say you were not beautiful, you are weak because you are a sweetheart, you are a kind and loving and gentle child, but yet you are tougher than the mother, tougher than any nigga she let touch you and rape you and abuse you, tougher than your brothers and sisters, but yet you have a sweet, delicious, beautiful exterior. You were told that you were nothing and that you were low. It's time for you to face the crucible. It's time for you to realize that in your vagina, instead of teaching you vagina power, your mother wounds you and leaves you for other people to fucking do it and abandon you and teach you vagina pain. You are the crucifix. You're the crucifix, bitch. You are what Jesus was, because Jesus was a rebel and an outlaw, and he refused to honor the thieves in the temple. The thieves in your temple must be punished. First of all, identify And a lot of you already know, in your beauty and in your strength, in your honesty and your integrity as a child, speaking up, or even if you didn't physically speak up, you knew the shit was wrong that was done to you because you were a natural seer. You are naturally beautiful, the sweetheart, and divine. But yet soft, seemingly weak, but strong and powerful at the same time, because you could see through bullshit and you could see through people from the day you was fucking born. You've been told that that's bad and that's negative and you're weak. But you don't realize your mother taught you that, and she let other people do it through the abuse and leaving you, and told the whole family to agree to this. You did not realize you are the crucifix. You are the sacred crucifix. You are the one that's sacred and knowledgeable, naturally knowledgeable, while they telling you dumb, you're nothing, you're nobody, you deserve for me to abuse you, and you're a baby. I'm going to open you up for my friends. That's a sick fucking bitch and a sick fucking man. To open you up to have more value for their friends who ain't they fucking friends, trying to suck dicks mentally, emotionally, spiritually, get approval from men and women that you don't know, trying to be their fucking friend and will lick their ass and be a slave and a victim to them, but then take your own child and hold your child up as a sacred, sexual, mental, emotional sacrifice for their fucking friends, where they trying to get approval and turn on your own child. What a piece of shit bitch and a piece of shit ass man that is. They have now made your pussy asshole mouth and tried to take your soul and take your destiny and turn your little bitty ass into a crucifix, a female Jesus, a female saboteur, a female sacrifice, because through doing things that way, they teach you to abuse yourself. They teach you to sacrifice yourself. They teach you to see your life as nothing and violate your own fucking life and watch it so they can take your soul from you and do a destiny swap, a soul.
Hey, boo, I'm doing my makeup and stuff, but I'm here, y'all. Make sure y'all like the video and take a listen. We're listening to Alexis K. Tyler. This is her Vagina Power. She did it like back in the day, but this is more of a updated version. So I did put her name in the title. I gotta tag her. And so yeah, make sure you guys check her out.
Swap, an ugly spell. I don't call them glamour spells. It's an ugly spell, because these women will do that against another woman and jealous of another woman to take your beauty and to put spells on you through their mouth and beat you in front of people, humiliate and degrade you in front of people to confirm that you're nothing and nobody. Because if you were special, I wouldn't see a reason to beat your ass and oh, yes, you will. You a jealous bitch. You are a jealous bitch, and this soul of you, the power, the mentality, the spiritual gifts of you move through the bloodlines, and your ancestors gave you to that female, your biological mother, because she doesn't deserve the title of righteous, elevated mother standing in vagina power, that will kill if she has to protect the children that she gave birth to. You. They gave you to her. She failed the test. She's supposed to protect the soul and elevate the sweetheart, the empath, the psychic, the medical intuitive. Whatever gifts you have, you would know if you are listening to me. And if you will come back and you actually hear this in the future, this is a timeless message, and I'm told to tell your motherfucking ass. It's time. When they make you the crucifix, your mother destines and IDs you and stamps you to be the crucifix. You will suffer the pains of the righteous one that doesn't know your real name. They've given you a false assignment to be the crucifix. They've given you a false assignment to be a follower and not a leader, and then try to put a scarlet letter on you and say for the rest of your life you will be a whore, and men will use you and abuse you and not love you, and all of your female friends will be karmic like your mother and betray you because you ain't shit. And that is a lie for you. And y'all are sitting here taking care of your mama and your family members and loving your family members who is a karmic mother, a karmic father, a karmic family, a karmic cousin, a karmic sister, a karmic brother, a karmic uncle, a karmic aunt, a karmic preacher, a karmic teacher in elementary school, because a lot of y'all, let's keep it all the way funky, is getting fucked in elementary school, like the music teacher, like your elementary school goddamn teacher, in the mosque, in the Catholic Church, in the Presbyterian, and this is going on. And you are told that you are the divine sacrifice. You are the holy sacrifice. You take this here. You accept this shit because that is your lot in life. That is your plot in life. The mother would tell you she's bigger than you, she's more powerful than you, she's stronger than you. She wasn't born to take the abuse that she put on you, but this bitch is twisted as fuck. She done told herself that she bigger than you, she more special than you. Just think about it. A grown ass mama. Your mama was chronologically older than you, so she's supposed to be, we know she's physically bigger, she's physically stronger, she can physically do things to you. She can legally do things to you as long as the state doesn't know, as long as the law don't know. And as long as the family and your weak ass daddy, or if he fucking left, he weak as fuck and a coward, so he's a karmic father, that was allowed to happen to us. And as they say, we didn't, as Malcolm X said, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock, it landed on us because we were already here. Our ancestors were already here. Everybody didn't come from Africa. So your mother, it has been allowed by the universe, all of the gods we don't know and don't see, and the gods we were told to worship. It was allowed for you to be left in the hands of a goddamn twisted, mentally ill psychopath. Supreme narcissist who has a mental disability. This bitch is mental fucking challenge. So is the karmic father. You have been born into a karmic family, which would be a lower level of reality, hell on earth, and nobody stands up to do a goddamn thing about it. They consent. When they let this bitch or defects or foster care, whoever is the false stand-in parents of you, because a lot of you, your mothers don't want you, or somebody done drug them and set them up to do some karmic shit to them, to separate them from the sweetheart, to separate them from the temple of God. Who is the temple of God? Your womb and your vagina and your sacred mind. Born into the coming from the sacred dimensions and the sacred time, to be lodged in the portal of her uterus, you will now experience hell on earth. If she does it directly, or if this dirty, sick bitch does it indirectly, because some woman or some man could be her own fucking mother, her own karmic father, to drug her, get her addicted to drugs so that she can stumble off the path of righteousness, to protect her crucifix, her vagina, her womb, connected to her mind, her soul, and her mission will now be aborted temporarily, or maybe permanently, or she will physically abort. If not, the child, nobody wants it in the karmic family. And that is their job, to turn on you, humiliate you, and betray you, because they do not have the essence within them to be God. They do not have the essence in them that's a protector and that is a provider. These are supposed to be mannish mentalities. A man, a real man, never walks out. Now, a man can divorce a woman and not be able to get along with her because of whatever karmic agreements, but man don't leave his children and turn on them, even if the woman won't physically let them have full custody. And some women that already know they ain't shit will tap out and leave the child with the father. No matter what, you don't have to spend your life with a female that you're married to. You can divorce that, but you never divorce yourself from the crucifix, from sweetheart, and from the sacred empath, light bringer, the light bearer, which is the daughter of God. And your ancestors, whoever they may be, you have to study and find them. Your guardians, your guides, and your warrior spirits. Though the children, you don't let the children go. If you got on drugs, you better get off of them. You got on alcohol, you better get off of it. You use and abuse women, you better stop it. You run off and hang the streets, you better get that together, because you will pay for it. Your mother and your father and your so-called friends and your other relatives and people that have tried to destroy you and do you in, or giving you drugs as a little girl, molesting you, raping you, sending you to foster care where they molest you, rape you, and the state gonna come in. I think this person is ADHD. I think this boy is unruly, got a personality problem. I want him on meds. I want him on psych meds so I can control him. He can be easy to deal with. Maybe you just not the one for him, bitch. Maybe your spirits clash and there is no divine connection to the sweetheart and the divine one in the child's body that is male or female, gay, bisexual, or straight. Maybe that's the experience of the sweetheart. That doesn't make you, your sexuality doesn't make you less divine. Now, you clearly have some problems with boundaries. You clearly have some problems with being conflicted. And whatever negative spirit that's in you that has taken hold of you based on whoever you've been around that shows there's a weakness in your soul, a fracture in it, you must deal with it or you will be destroyed. Because you are destroying the lives of the other sweethearts, the empaths, the psychics, and the innocents around you. You do not eat from the divine source and violate a child. Don't think your mother didn't see you or does not see you or does not know you. The envy and the jealousy of a mother who is half good and half evil. Conflicted, having fucking character flaws. If you are the crucifix and you think that's what you were born to be like I did, you will victimize yourself. You will overextend yourself. You will not have boundaries with anybody because you want to be loved as the sweetheart. That's all you know and you think, even though it hurts you so bad. You have a lot of guilt, a lot of pain because you could not please your mother and you could not be what she wanted you to be. And that's why a lot of you all are the black sheep or get abused. The black sheep is usually the sweetheart. It's usually the one they want to break and control, even though you have not come into your power and you don't realize that you are powerful and you are intimidating and threatening to the mother. To cover her narcissism, her jealousy, her envy, her greed and insecurity, and feeling like everybody fucked over her. You know, she's the victim because she's a supreme narcissist and she's demonically possessed. She will justify doing this to her child by trying to destroy the reputation of the child. You, the little girl, when you are a very little girl, 3, 4, 5, 6, she will justify abandoning you, running off and selling you to the highest bidder than her boyfriends and your fucking daddy, because a lot of y'all been fucked by your daddies. Fucked by your closest relatives. That's usually where the mothers will let niggas break you in. a disgusting bitch. And disgusting families who watching and say, I don't have anything to do with that. A mother will justify her abuse to the sweetheart and teach you that you are the crucifix. You're supposed to experience this. You're supposed to take these sins on because it was done to me and now it's going to be done to you, little bitch. And I'm going to ruin you. At a very young age to twist your mind, have you so fucked up, bitch, you'll be on psych meds, bitch, you'll be shaking your ass and sucking dick on OnlyFans, bitch, and not on the motherfucking corner when I finish turning your motherfucking ass out. Because they already know that is against the agenda of the divine and the ancestors that gave you to them. And y'all sit up and take on this role like I did. I ain't taking no prisoners no more, and I will not be the prisoner of nobody, and I will not be the crucifix. You didn't come here to save people and be a sacrifice and be butchered and slaughtered and mutilated, humiliated, degraded, and devalued by your mother and anybody. And y'all are chronologically adults, but mentally, emotionally, and psychologically the crucifix, and a part of you believes that shit. You must kill that part of you because that is a false personality, a false archetype that you allow to bring in the prostitute, the sacred prostitute, the whore, the liar, the trick, the one that is abused, treated like Snow White. Go back and watch Snow White, and the updated version I love with Charlize Theron, Snow White and the Huntsman. Y'all's mother have been that way to you, and now you meet niggas and fake bitches that have been that way to you. And if you start thinking back every day and writing in your journal and thinking back to everything your mother said and done to you, as young as you can fucking remember, what you will always hear from a sick, sociopathic, psychopathic, narcissistic bitch who feels like she didn't get what she deserved in life. She has no feelings for you. She's cold. She will always tell you and everybody else. You're always going to have a rationale. Reasoning and rationale and justification for fucking you over. A cold bitch. And many times people that have been abused respect people that are cold and harsh to them. You chase men. If you're a woman that chases men, you're a man that chase women or chase men. Look and see if your background was abusive by a female or by a male. Because many women will think that's strength when a man could screw you and he knows you really like him or you're in love with him and he can turn his back on you and your children and walk away and be in and out of your life. Y'all will take that as strength. The men who walk like a thug and dress like a hustler and live a hustler fast life in and out of your life can take you and leave you. Many of you women respect that shit and think that's strength to walk away and not want you. And then a nigga that really will love you, or a white man or Asian that'll love you and love your dirty drawers and kiss the ground you walk on, you fuck over him and disrespect him like you like the player walking in out your life and fucking you and disrespecting you. You're skewed and you're twisted because you were taught to be the crucifix, and that's a false personality, a false reality. You are remembering things that are not even based in a real reality because the way you were taught and the way you were groomed and abused and abandoned by your mother, that is not your reality. You were made to be the crucifix and the slave on the plantation where you were treated as less than the mother and less than everybody in the family and deserving of that shit. And you were never meant to be that. You have to kill that personality, not walk, talk, or act in that personality, because if a man can leave you and violate you, he done use you, you done did it, let him do everything in your body that are not husband privileges. You're not on your wife duties, or you on your wife duties to a nigga that have not made you his wife. Y'all don't have a contractual agreement. You doing that and giving yourself away because you was taught you were the crucifix. You take on the burdens of man. You eat the sins of man. You eat the sins of dick. You eating calm. You eating lies because you lying to your motherfucking self, and you are perpetuating and carrying out the lie in this matrix that you are the crucifix. So the more you want love, it run away from you. You chase it hard. You hold on to them hard. Every time they pull away to try to show you the one, not another bitch, you love them so hard. And they don't love you. They end up hating you. You love your friends and your mother so hard. You give with no boundaries, and they fucking take. And usually the people that you give the most end up resenting you the most and loving you less because you don't love yourself. So you think you're not good enough showing up because your mother told you. You showed up in her ass. She pulled you out. She looked at you and she rejected you, and you were not worthy of her love. But who would want to be loved by a psycho, a sociopath, and a narcissist unless they feed you and protect you? Usually that doesn't happen unless that's a benefit to them. Your mama ain't gonna be humble and love you and respect you unless it's a benefit to her. And I've had women say that I give my mama money. She treated me worse than my other brothers and sisters. They don't have to do nothing. She learned I have to prove I'm a good daughter. I have to let her see I'm a good daughter, and she used your fucking ass. She can take you and leave you like she picking you up out the trash can. And then when you don't give what she wants, because she's jealous of you. You're the sweetheart, even though she has psychic abilities, she runs from them. Or she uses them to take advantage of men and women and exploits our gifts instead of elevate the consciousness of the planet and everyone that she comes in contact with. So she does the same thing to your motherfucking ass. Trick your ass out, pimp your ass out, lie to your ass, got you pimping your damn self because you the crucifix, the false personality. Well, I gotta do this for her. I gotta be there. The other brothers and sisters ain't there, but they gotta be me. But they were never there for her. She get them money and she take yours because you give it to her because you want her to finally see that you're a good daughter. She knows that. And she don't want to compete with you because she knows she can't. And she don't want you to rise above her. She don't want people to see the light and the beauty of you. So she started telling everybody when you're a little girl, you're not shit, you're not going to be shit. She make me sick. She just lie, make up shit to justify not performing her spiritual, mental, emotional, psychological, and physical protections and duties to protect the little sweetheart and the little goddess. So she'll sit there and blame you for everything she did and everything she didn't do that she was supposed to do. See, you must stand in the darkness right now. You must face the crucible, the test, in pain and the most extreme heat, and go through it to show your mother that you are the sacred one, you are the sacred mother, you are divine, you hold the matrix in vaginal power time, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical time to rise above this dirty bitch and any bitch or nigga or animal that has come against your life when you were little. It's time now. If you do not face this and set your altars up and do your spiritual work and reject and turn your back on your mother and anybody else that has taught you you were nothing and nobody and abused you and justified it, you will fall. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know why the Spirit said that. That applies to me. That applies to anybody else. That's why I have cut ties, and the whole view of any bitch that abused me has changed. They're not shit to me. They're not nothing to nobody here. You have to feel and you have to walk that you need nothing, no one, and no thing outside of yourself but God. You don't need no pussy, you don't need no dick, you don't need no love, you don't need no money. You don't need to get approval from anybody because you are pussy, you are dick, you are love, you are money. You have to become what you think you need from another motherfucker outside of you that didn't give birth to you, that you didn't even fucking know. Oh, I can't live without him. Oh, I can't be without him. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get high. He do drugs, so I want to do drugs so I can be close to him. He want to fuck other bitches bitches, so shit, I'm fucking with him because I can't do without him. And you're saying you're not enough.
Hey,
He's
Bonnie,
saying you're not enough
Lena.
because there's something not godly in him, and somebody done made him a crucifix, or he been molested. There's a lot of shit going on him that he ain't told you. So you feel like you need something, his essence, his soul, his energy, his dick, his love, his money, where he live at, what he do, and education and all that shit, and you will fail. Because there's nothing and nobody outside of you that can make you stand in vagina power, stand in penis power. Be a ultimate god and the goddess. You have nothing to lose, and you are more threatening, and you become God and goddess when you need nothing and nobody outside of yourself. Oh, those are dark days. And dark days are not just coming, they're here right now. We see that in the physical, and it doesn't matter how bad it gets, because we cannot control all of that. And it's going to get worse. You'll see people shooting people down in the street, civilians and motherfucking police, because there'll be big marches, protests, violence in the street, from food, from water, from money. I told y'all I seen this before. And we seeing it happen. People shooting police down like dogs in the street. I told you that will come. And we seeing this chaos now because they're deliberately uprooting this system, moving into an AI technology new order, and that's in the Bible. So we will have to experience these things. And if you're weak and you're looking for something outside of you and realizing everything within you will become God, you will die. What type of bitch? And bitch ass daddy and bitch ass nigga and bitch ass uncles would take your money when you little? A lot of y'all, they had, your daddy gave child support, your daddy could have been wealthy and successful but didn't want to be with the mama. Food stamp, welfare, Section 8. When I was little, not only would they give the food stamps and the welfare checks, and you couldn't have a boyfriend or nothing. I remember my grandmother hiding her boyfriend's shoes and clothes because white social workers, they only had white ones back then, would come in the house and just look through your closet. You couldn't say nothing. Look for a man's shoe. Look for a man's clothes. This was like the 70s. They might have did it up into the 80s. They don't do it now. They'll let you put your man on your Section 8, your food stamp and stuff. He just have to show his income and work. He can help pay bills. His name can be on your lease and stuff. You couldn't do that back then when my grandmother raised me. They would see if it was in a man's shoes. One time, I think she had a boyfriend, they saw the man's shoes in the closet. She has to explain it, because if you're on welfare, you're not going to be fucking, because Uncle Sam is your nigga. You know? The government is your nigga. And they keep families separated by saying you can't have a man, you can't have a male lover, you can't have a man that's the head of your household, because if he's the head of the household, then Uncle Sam ain't the head of the household no more, and you shouldn't be talking to Uncle Sam because you keep having these children, and you in this house, you can't feed yourself. The woman didn't put herself in a position of power. I know it's very difficult. A lot of women, especially so-called black or minority women, didn't have a voice, didn't have any power economically, but there were black women who did, like Madam CJ and other black/Indian/white/Mexican indigenous women in slavery and washing clothes, other people's clothes and shit, got tired of it. So they created other ingenious ways to create farmers at home, to cook, to clean, have casino, gamble, sell liquor, sell dope even, to come up out of being a victim and being the crucifix. Let black men crucify you sexually in your mouth and ass, get pregnant with no protection, no birth control, because a lot of black men still, men period, don't want to use it. But then will put a woman in a do or die situation where they will not take care of her and be there for her. And y'all women are still doing that today. Well, I got my own education, I got my own job, I got my own money, but you still a crucifix. You got this money, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, your mama done told you was a crucifix, so your daddy did. So you shaking your ass for them, thinking, I'm looking for my king. I'm looking for my man. Why? You're not even your queen. You are not mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You haven't killed the crucifix, the whore, the house cleaner, all that shit in your motherfucking mind, and you're letting people take from you and rape and violate you, and you're not giving back. And you know what they do? They do just like your mother. What type of bitch is this? Like this song, what type of child is this? Talks about the Christ consciousness. What type of bitch is this? That will violate you, use you, and abuse you, and you depending on her for love, food, clothing, warmth in the winter, coolness in the summer. And she refuses to give it, and then will rationalize fucking you over, taking you in the bathroom, in the bathtub, in the shower, washing your little pussy out, fingering you, because a lot of women have sex with their own daughters and sons. But this is for a different reason. Let's get into it, bitch. You remember, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Washing your little bitty vagina in the inside, digging it out, because that's her boyfriend, her nigga's sperm. Checking your mouth, scrubbing your body, so if police come or defects come, she gonna tell her you're a liar, you're not shit, you just little, and you always wanted my man. You always wanted my boyfriend. You've been in love with your fucking daddy, bitch. You think I don't know that you want to have your daddy, so you say that he fucking you, but you know that he is. You know he's in love with the little bitty goddess. You know he's in love with Cherry. So she'll sacrifice you just keep your daddy at home. Keep him obligated because she knows that she has bound a crucifix, mental, emotional, psychologically, to you, because she knows you're the sacred, spiritual, sexual vagina power, more sacred than her pussy. And he'd rather have you over here in love with his own fucking daughter. And some of them even have memories to the little girl they're in love with, daddy in love with daughter, where they have a baby vow. I grew up seeing shit like this, and y'all know, if y'all probably are never going to say that, and I totally respect it if you don't. Who wants people to know that? Some of y'all listening to this one day will know that you've been fucking your daddy, and some of y'all got babies by your goddamn daddy. Or knowing that your goddamn, you see people, they brother and shit, that's really their goddamn son, man. And your mother will sit there and she done practice this, tell you ain't shit, you ain't nobody. See, I used to beat you because I seen the spirit on you or something. I never fucking liked it. You and your personality, you always bucked me. You always opposed me. I knew you was going to be a whore when you grow up. That's why I let your daddy fuck you. That's why I let your uncle and the friends touch on you and shit. Put you out in the street real early so that you can become a prostitute. That's what my mother tried to do to me. It's some real cold shit. I heard my mother say, at 12 years old, she made my grandmother give me to her. And then I heard her. She was talking about me so hard when I came in from 8th grade. I stood down quiet and I heard her. She said, I hate her. She makes me sick. I don't like her. I don't want her in my house. And she 12 now, but what she don't know is I got a surprise for her. I'm going to throw her out in the street when she gets 17. Soon as she graduates, and I'm going to take everything she got, and she will have nothing. And these are other grown people that she's telling this. She didn't tell my grandmother, but she told them, and I heard, and I called my grandmother. I said, Mama, would you come back and get me so I can come back over in the projects with you? Projects, yeah, might not have had nothing, but that's the only place I had love, and I knew my grandmother loved me when I was a child. A cold, sick, jealous, twisted, psychotic bitch who would kiss her friend's ass, get her money, pussy, asshole. She was a pound. worship them fucking preachers and shit that got more money than her, mega preachers in their church loving them, getting hustling, giving every dime, taking it from her husband, and fucking niggas that she gotta chase that don't fucking want her, that's married to another goddamn bitch. You do these things, you violated your child, your children, and I'm sure you all have seen this, violate you and like to disrespect you in front of men and a little girl. Why? Because she know you bad. All the potential to be bad, to compete with her on her level or above it, she sees it when you're a little girl and your mama like to abuse you in front of grown men. You just a fucking baby. Why would you try to compete with a baby? Somebody ain't grown, don't even know they in this world, don't really understand nothing, ain't got no education, cause you little. You're not a threat to this woman. You can't even compete on her level because you're a baby. You're not a child. And then this mother sits here and tells other grown women she don't know what I got in store for her. When she gets older, I'm going to throw her in the street because she's a whore and I'm 5. So I don't know what that is. But I'm going to fuck her life up and make sure her life don't get nowhere. She don't get nothing but a hard way to go, and would always tell me and my half sister, no nigga gonna want you. You just arm candy. That's all you're gonna be used and abused and thrown in the trash can. They fuck you because you nothing, nobody, and you dumb and stupid. Hell, anybody would be academically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, not really dumb and stupid, but what you would call dumb and stupid, because you as a mother didn't groom your child. You didn't give them the final things in life, the best education, so they will be academically strong and sound and be self-sufficient, wealthy, and independent. You took it from them. Every day, you gave them a fucked up education, because you still get an education, whether it's good or bad. That you're nothing and you're nobody, and I'm going to do everything to keep you nothing. My mother would move us around sometimes every 6 months we live with her. So either I'm coming in on the tail end of school or at the beginning of school and leaving in the middle of school as we lead to summer with no education, no academic support, because you don't want me to tell about the abuse, the mental, emotional, psychic, demonic. My mother was heavy into demonology and gifted. She liked to do rituals in front of us and on her children, and would tell us this is what this is. Can't you see the demon on the wall? It'll play a lot of mind games, emotional games. It's 2 a.m. All of a sudden the dryer is on. Her husband's there with it. The demons turned on the dryer. The demons are in the house. They're in the room. Okay, your mother is cursing you with her tongue and initiating the activation of demonic forces to follow you around and sabotage you, and only attract people, and then behind your back telling your teacher, telling boys that like you, then end up telling grown men that like you, telling everybody that they know, so they will stay in your life that you not shit, and you wondering why you take care of your mama, you giving her all your money, she's meeting your boyfriend, she's meeting your husband. All of a sudden you start getting your ass beat. Your husband start calling you a whore. He starts treating you like a whore, trying to have sex with you like a whore. It's an exchange based on money. He doesn't love you, he doesn't respect you, because she has unleashed the demons and activated them when she started to do these rituals when you were a young girl. But trying to deactivate your gifts, disassociate and disconnect your heart from your pussy and your mind. And what do narcissists do? Because I was thinking about this and I said, wow, this is on my mind. And I want to remember. Let me tell this to them, because the spirits keep saying it is time for you to choose another path and to kill the weak, wounded victim and the crucifix, where they have been taking your knowledge of the Bible that you consciously don't know you have, knowledge of spirituality, humanity, taking your humanity from you, and then saying they're above you and better than you, and then use it to justify destroying you. You know, a narcissist and a bitch with a mental problem, a sociopath, psychopath, somebody that's fractured and abuses in a lot of pain, and has a lot of psychosoma ills. Psych is one, soma is another. Psych, mind, soul, soma, body. have this stuff embedded in your cell memory, and your body memory will have, and then secretly be a drug addict. Usually mothers that do this is a drug addict, where they taking psych meds, which is still drugs, to try to regulate their central nervous system, regulate their thinking, and regulate their mood. Because if you got a narcissistic mother or father or family members, it's going to always be unstable and conflict and chaos and confusion and lies in the house, because the mother's mind is so sick and twisted, and she's full of lies and deceptions and full of demons. The mother's going to constantly create lies, trauma, conflict in your life, and justify beating your ass or letting somebody else do it and blame you for it. Because what you're not realizing, the bitch is detached from you. She's psychologically and emotionally detached. You don't mean nothing to this bitch. You just a bitch on the street to her. And she don't fucking like you. And if she high and got a mental disability, the bitch is mentally challenged. Now, she can be good with money, good with education. Why? Because she got to outdo you. She got to always show you'll never be bigger than me, smarter than me, finer than me, have more money than me. That's the kind of shit my mother used to say. Now she's sitting over there, hair pulled out, teeth missing, about 300, almost 400 goddamn pounds. Don't know whether she coming and going, sipping cocaine out of a straw. You know, my son told me something last night, and I didn't tell him. What her husband told me about 3 years ago, my grandmother died, and my grandmother has another daughter. They look like day and night, real black, with no teeth in the mouth. And my mother is light and has an exotic look. Totally like day and night. And my grandmother was telling them, my mother was snorting coke at her house, but I live right in Atlanta, and you won't tell me. And my son admitted to it, and it really, really broke my heart. Her husband told me that he actually is coming in the room with her. She's so addicted to drugs and clearly has a high, she's a strong bitch. I gotta give it to her. Because she's still alive, and I've seen her drink uncontrollably, and I've seen her. This bitch was smoking crack and smoking meth with her grandchildren. My half-sister has a gay son. He was smoking meth. My mother was doing with him. My son saw her smoke crack and meth, and she started coke with him. Why? Because I don't like my daughter. I'm jealous of my daughter, and I have done everything I could to destroy my daughter, and this bitch still won't bend and won't break. I want to destroy her life, and I want to destroy all of her children's lives. I want to destroy her son because it's a part of her that I also cannot control, and I see light and gifts in them. Y'all know what I'm talking about, and y'all will let them be around your children because you hoping she become a better mother and treat her grandchildren in a way she didn't treat her fucking daughter. Her husband then tells me he comes into her room, because they had separate rooms. My mother is very good at manipulating and controlling weak, female-minded men. A narcissist, and a narcissist baby will tell a lie and don't care, and will tell you 10 other people told it on you, her daughter. And she's spreading the lie and will fuck your husband, will fuck your boyfriend, will fuck your baby daddy, because a narcissistic bitch got it like that. And your narcissistic daddy will fuck all your girlfriends and fuck your wife and be laughing and talking, hugging your grandchildren, knowing that your little boy, his son's little boy, is really his fucking son. God damn it. I mean, because they don't have the feelings of the sweetheart, the pure one, the righteous one, which is you. They detached from you. They on drugs. They live in an alternate reality that don't exist in nobody's mind but theirs. And the mind of the relatives that are just as narcissistic and sick and trying to look for approval and weak. Any women that could watch you being beat up and abused, you should never trust. You should never respect. You should never speak to, again, unless you're confronting them about what the horrors they watch you go through and actually got off them, because some of your aunties and your cousins is jealous of you, they goddamn self. You look better than them. You're more talented than them. They know when you get grown, everybody gonna want you. And you're a sweetheart, and you psychic and spiritual. You got that spiritual good pussy. You were born like that, so you get beat up the hardest, and you the black sheep. Usually the one that's most divine is the sweetheart and the most talented, you. This bitch will sit here. Oh, say this one time. Her husband walked in, and she didn't give a fuck. She just kept on doing it like he wasn't there. Got a straw from McDonald's. Went over there to Ronald McDonald land and raped them people's straw. Got a drink out of there and got a straw, hid it, went home. You know she had it. She got a Ziploc bag because she had a drug dealer. And when he wouldn't take her over there, she would get bomb rides out. This like 5-6 years ago. Bomb and rides to go to a drug dealer, not indicated. Get the drugs. I guess she trusted he had a clean source of it. Come home. He seen her with a whole fucking lot. You know how big a Ronald McDonald straw is? This bitch is turning her head, got it under the pillow, turned to the side, putting a Ronald McDonald straw in her goddamn nose, snow powder. Up, you know this bitch ain't got no lining in her motherfucking sinus. And she done had no job, sinus surgery when I was younger. Now I understand why. I understand why something was always wrong with her. She was always in pain. She had to go to the fucking emergency room. I'm telling you, you got a mama like that that's always in pain, always got a dental problem, in and out the dentist, pulling teeth, changing teeth, getting new partials and shit, and I always got to go to the hospital, all in the emergency room. I'm this hurt, that hurt. She's a junkie. She don't give a fuck about you. She like that Project Pat shit. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. She don't give a fuck about saving you. She hopes your life is as fucked up as hers. And she gonna do and say whatever she gotta do. Usually, people get addicted to narcissists sexually because they'll eat you from asshole to appetite, baby. Fuck you, fuck your son, and fuck your brother. Go both ways and shit. Nasty freaks. Because they don't care about nothing and nobody and don't care about you. The sweetheart, the sacred and divine, it's all about doing things upright. The more upright you are around them, the more fucked up and more abuse that you get from your mother or your father who's jealous of you because you menstruate and he can smell your period blood, he smell your pussy, and undercover he want to fuck his daughter because that shit turned him the fuck on. See, men get turned on when pheromones are released and hormones are released and you start going through pussy and what other women call stanking. This man will fuck your motherfucking sleeves off your motherfucking ass. Some women will eat you out too because there are women that are attracted to that and that smell. It's a higher smell, just like it's certain whistles that dogs can hear that humans cannot. You're giving off pussy, fish, cat. And some men who actually told me, and I know y'all heard them say it, when they wake up, you smell like fishy. You smell like pussy. You get fucked before you get out of that bed. It's some men that are aroused by those pheromones and those hormones, and your father will punish you, and your mother will punish you. She's looking at you like a bitch on the street that she can take or leave, that she can sit down and devour with a fork, knife, and spoon like she's having a meal, and you all are devastated by that shit and heartbroken, and so was I. Because you keep loving someone from a righteous place and your mother is unrighteous in an unrighteous, demonic world. So the more you love her, she look at it like this. I'm telling you, a female that thinks this way and a nigga that thinks this way, well, you're a dumb bitch. And because you wear your heart on your sleeve, you have loved me since I have given birth to you. And I've never wanted to be your mother, but you had this person. I've never wanted your love. I've never wanted to love you. I've never wanted you to. I never wanted to be your mother. This is the kind of stuff my mother would tell me, right? But then when she needed something, can I have $10? And I knew it was a junkie move. It's 10, 11 o'clock at night on a school night. My son's probably under 10. You're knocking on my door. My mother had this suit because she knew I liked suits. And she was like, can you give me $20 for this? I know that's a junkie move, but it's hard to believe my mother's a junkie because her house is immaculate. She has marble floors. She has money all the time. She's a hustler. She's a grinder. But yet, and your house, your bills are paid, and your husband's paying for all this stuff. But then when he leaves or he's at work, you're coming to my house trying to sell me a suit you stole out of Goodwill, and then get high and call me high and talk to me all night and like a dumb bitch. I'm sitting there listening to it because that attention she's giving me, I never got from her. Y'all need to think about these things. The compassion, the sensitivity, but of course it was all about her problem. She's high. And then she's apologizing for what she did and the extreme abuse. Next day, the bitch is not high. It's like, I didn't say that. I don't remember that. You're a dumb bitch. You're a dumb bitch. You're a weak bitch. And you're a stupid bitch. Why? They will then take your kindness and say that it's a weakness, it's a deficit in you. That's how everybody fuck over you. That she basically said, that's how I fuck over you. Now your kindness is a weakness because this bitch ain't kind to you. She ain't gonna be kind to you unless she playing on you and it's something she fucking want. You let niggas do it. You let your girlfriends do it. You let your kids do it. You let your employer do it. You let your coworkers do it. You let your so-called girlfriends who don't even fucking like you and jealous of you. You can't even fucking see. You let them do that shit to you. And now the narcissist, who's the con artist, who's perceptive, she know because she's your mother, she knows there's a weakness and an abuse in you because she put it in you. A false personality that you living as a victim with no boundaries because she made you the false crucifix. Then she take it once she done got what she wanted and she wants you to get the fuck out of her face because she don't really like you anyway. You are competition to her. Even though you don't see it, she does. She then say, just like other people will say to you and your nigga and all these people, I didn't do nothing to you. You did it to yourself because you wanted to believe that shit. You wanted to see that shit. A lot of y'all are fucking drug addicts. Y'all got niggas that is junkies and shit, and y'all know that shit. But it's better than being alone. It's better than going home and being in the mirror and just looking at yourself. And that used to be something that was hard for me to do, be with myself, because I did not know I was God and goddess. And these things will be allowed and people will be able to dog you and abuse you to help you see that you need nothing and no one. You only need yourself and the true knowledge of yourself. So then I tell you, I victimized you and I played on you, but I feel no guilt. I don't feel bad about doing that to you, even though I gave birth to you. You did that to yourself. You always want to be up under me and around me. And when you was a little girl, I basically showed you I never fucking liked you and I never wanted to fucking be around you and then speak to you and left you with people that happened to you. And if something happened to you, it went on me. A cold bitch gonna tell you at 7 or 8 years old, you sucking the mushroom tip of your dad or relative, or when you get older, niggas are playing on you because you're trying to look for the love you didn't get, but you don't know how to be loved to yourself. You don't know how to set boundaries. You don't know how to play motherfuckers or stop them from playing you before they play you and do it to you, and you flip that shit and do it to them. Or just don't let them come in, period. She knows you stumbling and falling. She knows you're a good person. You're a sweetheart. And a sweetheart with no boundaries and no negotiation, you're going to get fucked in this life, and she knows it because it happened to her, and while she sacrificed her own child. They're going to say, you did this to yourself. If this person or if me as your mother caught you slipping, it's because you a dumb, weak bitch. You see that? Gonna tell you, I put you about it because you weak. I put you out with nothing. Not even a change of socks or a change of drawers, which is what my mother did to me. And I know a lot of you that's been done to. You know that bitch is so cold to you. You know that you will give her your money and you won't take it back and fuck over them. But you know your mother will steal your money or borrow it from you and never fucking return it and then tell you, that's not on me, that's on you. You better find you some more money. You better find your place to stay. You better pay your rent. You better pay your house note. And you're going to pay mine because you're a weak, dumb bitch. You know I never liked you. I never respected you. I never trusted you, but you're trusting me because you know I gave birth to you, and the bitch take every fucking dime you got. Y'all moving these bitches in. That's your fucking biological mama. You have them round your nigga, round your children, sit up there and abuse them or kill them, use them, taking your husband's money, taking your money, then asking them, do you really know where your wife at? Yeah, your daughter at work. You sure she at work? She fucking another nigga. she ain't doing. Oh, she's fucking her boss. Didn't you see it? You see her as fine and good looking as he is. See, then she started gaslighting him. Next thing you know, hey baby, how you doing? Don't touch me. What's wrong? Nothing. Because he ain't going to tell you that the mama in his ear, come on, if she told people in public you was a hoe at 5, goddamn, what made you think she ain't going to say that when you 20, when you 15, when you 25, when you 35, 45, y'all ain't had no problems. The foundation is rock solid, but the niggas in love with you and hung up on you. So she consistent because the bitch is psychic and perceptive for goddamn stuff, but a dirty rice psychic. A dirty rice goddamn McDonald, straw, snow pile ass bitch who pretend to be holy and use that as a cloak to get in your life or get around your man. By the time she fit, I knew when she was 5 that she was going to be sucking dicks and, she a Sagittarius. And my mother just said that to me in front of her girlfriend on the phone, and I started crying, and I didn't know why I was crying because I'm like 5 or 6, and I don't know what a hoe is. I don't know what a sex etiquette is, but a part of me clearly did because I started crying. And I was like, what is that? Why are you saying that? And she was laughing. Her friends on the phone, grown-ass stupid bitches like her, whores, laughing. That's all a bitch got to do when a nigga like your pussy, you got that sacred, sanctified pussy. You in vagina power and you out of vagina power and don't know it. And you got the nigga strong and the nigga weak, but he might not be completely saying how deep he is, how he'll kill your fucking ass. Y'all didn't see that school teacher? The other day, I forgot what state it is. Her husband came down and shot her at the goddamn school. Dead. Goddamn it. The cop wanted to leave and he didn't want to let that sacred goddamn pussy go. By the time she finished, I knew when she was 5. I mean, she was Sagittarius. They real freaking whores. I could see you because you a hoe. With no honor and integrity, you violate your little girl like that and try to make me be a prostitute and program me to be a dick sucking all that shit, and I wouldn't do it. She knew when she put me out, and it was so cold, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all know that are the sweethearts and that are the empath, that are really the foundation and not the crucifix of this world. Y'all done had your mama and shit put you out and people stand by and watch her do it. And she won't give you nothing. I had nothing but the shoes on my feet and the clothes on my back, and it was winter time, and they were not winter clothes. They were summer clothes. This bitch should have been laughing. She thought I was going to beg. Please don't put me out. Please don't do this. I'm going to do this and that. See, I already knew. Because, see, my mama had trained me well. See, whether your mother loves you or whether she abuses you, she's jealous of her own daughters, she's still teaching you valuable insight and very important information about who she is and who she's not and who you are, because you're taught to respect her no matter what. And my mother liked to beat on her daughters in front of people. She liked to assault her daughters and try to disfigure me and hit me in the head and face and shit. Pick up a belt buckle, go break a branch off a tree, and I'm going to tell you something I noticed, and y'all need to notice if it happened to you. If you feel comfortable commenting, you can. If you don't, I understand. Just click like on the video, subscribe, and share the video. It always had to be in front of a grown man. You see what I'm saying? If you have a mother like that, or sons have a father like that, the father is intimidated and trying to punk the son while they're little. Before the child gets big, because they know one day this son is going to beat the brakes off your ass and you got to hit you too many times. The son's going to be more powerful and get more attention. It might be, even the father might be handsome, but they know it's something more charismatic and final about the son, because the son gives the inner light off, the son of God. The woman is the moon, the father is the boy is the man is the sun. And he shines and he orbits his mother, but it's supposed to be protected like his father. Many times that doesn't happen when the father's jealous of the son and he makes the son feminine, or the mother makes the son feminine and weak and humiliates the grace of her own son because she's jealous of her son and she don't want him to leave. And many times with single mothers, I've been guilty of that. You don't have a male provider, you don't have a protector, So you cling to your sons like the Willie Lynch theory because you don't want this society police to Willie Lynch your baby. It could be that. That's not good. You're very insecure and fear what might happen to your child. They're not in your womb. That's not good, but it's, the woman has to heal herself. I'm not talking about that because I didn't do what I'm getting ready to say. Humiliate and degrade their sons in front of women. Oh, yeah. If any men are listening to this, I know you ain't gonna say that, but I know men listen to me because I love men. I love pussy and dicks together. I love the gay, bisexual, straight, but I do not support women being by themselves without men. I love family, I love children. Even if I date a man, the children are not mine. I respect them because they're living beings and they're children. They're innocent. If I've been around men that had some fucked up kids, and when I see that dynamic, I'm not going to be nice to the children. You're never going to see me again. Before I abuse a child, you will never see me again. And when I see there's conflict there, or the mother's twisted, or the man got his ex, let her come in and out and sets no boundaries with her because he has children, then the children is fucked up to any new person that comes around, they'll never see me again. I'm not talking about that. When you see a man that will degrade his son in front of women that he fucking, and grown women, that's a good sign for you to know that man is jealous and threatened and intimidated by that little boy and what he's going to become. He will, and the mother will beat you and abuse you in front of the opposite sex based on the potential. Now, the person might not develop it because they break them and they get on drugs, they drunk, they get diseases, they run the street because they daddy done fucked the son head up. And they might probably come back into orbit and correct these things, and then some of them may not. They'll kill themselves. Those are telltale things, especially as you. A lot of men ain't gonna say nothing to us. They just gonna listen to the, recording and just go within themselves because they have not stood in hell. You experienced hell. But now it's time for you to stand in it and realize you need nothing, nobody.
Come on, Lexus.
No one, no thing outside of yourself. Even though you didn't fuck yourself and you was left with this dirty shit that was done to you. You have to be the one to clean it up. You think this sick ass bitch, your sick ass daddy, and these female family members, they're just female alley cat ass, raggedy ass bitch. They're not gonna fix you. They're twisted and sick and jealous. Y'all got family members jealous of y'all right now. Females, you a grown ass woman still talking about you, telling lies on you, and you ain't never fucking did nothing to them but just show up. Just fucking exist. And this is how I see it. You have a bitch that'll sit there and lie to you, take your shit, steal your money, steal your clothes, and then I'll sit back and say, you're a sucker. I didn't do this to you. You did it to yourself. You keep on letting me use you. You keep whining, following me around. You chronologically grown, but you mental emotional child. They know because they fucked you over. And you keep giving me your money. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to steal it too. You got women rummaging through their own daughter's personal things. My mother did shit like that. Steal. My grandmother was still. See, there's something too about this stealing spirit. Because I've been thinking about that. Like somebody did this, and my ex lying ass assistant Nina did this. And I remember I would say to her, I'll work harder, Nina. I'll sell more products. I'll do more readings and stuff just to give you a salary. Because you do so much for me. You up 2, 3 in the morning, and I want to reward that. And I like your work ethic. No, she'd rather steal my password to my cash out once I told y'all to donate, and was stealing from me. To this day, I don't know the amount. I have to find out the amount legally. Instead, and then you're painting yourself as good, and this bitch clearly has a mental problem like her brother, who is legally mentally ill and get a social security check that she was stealing. And stealing from her mother. Either her mother has a mental illness or her father has a mental illness because her father was a heroin addict. She claims going to tell you the connection, because this is the kind of mind I have. I have to know why. And I have to sit down and break these things down in my head and take my responsibility and deal with it, because I always blame myself. But now I realize I'm not responsible for other people's actions. People will do good shit for you like your mother and fuck over you at the same time. And you always are upright with them because that's what you are, the sweetheart, the sacred one, the empath, the intuitive, the psychic one. And that's the souls that brought you here, and the ancestors that brought you here, and the ETs that brought you here, the higher level beings. That is the principles that they have. And if you find people in your life that are that way, you get that from your ancestors. No matter how much unrighteousness you face, you know that to be a soldier, to be a warrior, you must always stay upright in your actions and your decisions, no matter how bad it was. When my mother put me out late at night and was laughing to my face, now you can get out of my house, I done took your money. She did the same thing to me, y'all. I'm seeing the connection, the mirroring from the relationships that I've had from unhealed wounds. Because I thought it hurt so bad for a mother to do that, I could never heal from it. I could never let it go. So I always carried that hurt. And I said it to her, and she would say she was sorry, but then turn around and stab me again and steal from me again and lie on me, to me, and about me again. The mirroring. You got to look at your relationships now and see how many other people have done you like your mama, your daddy, and your family, and you took them back, or you attracted more of them. It was not because you deserved it. It's because you have been labeled the crucifix by her and beat down, because she knew one day she was going to get old. The bitch wasn't going to be pretty and fine no more. She was going to have a lot of her deformities in her body and sickness in her body from all the drugging, fucking, and sucking and drinking she done motherfucking did. Because you know when you young, you stay up all night, fight all night, fuck all night. Just like these boxers that you see, these young women that are boxers and say they the hardest one, nobody can never beat them. Well, you ain't never met everybody on the planet. You ain't never fought everybody on the planet. All them blows they take it, and I'm tough, I'm a woman, I fight men, and I'll just hit a bitch. You can't see the damage on them because they're in their 20s, they're in their 20s and 30s. Watch them about 10 years from now. They're going to look wild. Other than Layla Ali, she's clearly taking the high road and has a very high vibration, very spiritual. She don't get beat on no more. She don't do no beating no more. Because if they don't take care of themselves and balance themselves and massage and diet and work a lot of their trauma out, a lot of their issues, all them blows to the head, blows to the face, blows to the body. They might have beat people, but they took a lot of blows. Eventually, they're not going to be able to beat nobody no more. Because your body can only take too much trauma. So much trauma, and it's not built like that, and going through hormones, going through all those stresses where the body have absorbed in the memory. One day they're going to have to retire, or they're going to start losing. And that's just a fact of life. No matter how much these women say, I'm this, I'm that, I can beat this bitch, I can beat any bitch ass. For now, for today, one thing you cannot do, I don't care who you are, that's your ego. You cannot defy the laws of metaphysics. You cannot defy nature. One day you all gonna sit down, because all the ones that said they could beat everybody and nobody, they undefeated, that's only fleeting memory. That's ego. Because one day, now you don't hear them talking no more.
All right, so listen here. That was part 1. I'll come back with part 2. I like to keep these lives to an hour. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go over and follow Alexis K. Tyler. I did put her name in the title, so it'll be easy for you to locate her. All right, I'll see you soon.